So, tell me you don't have a machine tool payment without telling me you don't have a machine tool payment. This is actually how I go about probing stuff, and even when probing, I'm not convinced this is the worst way. But essentially, I bolt this setup onto the head, and it's just a simple piece of drill rod, turned to a taper. You can go vertical, you can go sideways. Nothing about that's too rocket science. Probe your machine around. When you get in a nice little bolt hole where you want it, you take the coordinates, and literally all I do is I take a photo with the iPhone. I mean, as ridiculous as it is, it works. I mean, a machined UHMW, scrap setup just to hold an iPhone, just to take photos of the screen. Not fancy, totally functional. I mean, I even have I made another version at one point that'll do the same thing, only it'll actually, you can articulate and wrap around things. So if you're trying to get around a drive shaft or some other funny shape, or the piece, the lower is particularly tall or whatever, same mechanism, and fairly accurate, close enough for you to figure out what the original engineers intended. So I do that, and then the other thing is I'll just trace stuff on scratch paper and just run through a scanner. And there's a website, Converto. There's a bunch of websites that do file conversions, but Converto seems the best of the ones I tried. And if something doesn't fit in the scanner, you make 2 X's, you run a line, you piece it together in CAD. Not fun. It's kind of a nasty, dirty way of getting the job done. But my last employer, we had the Romer arm, we had Unigraphics NX software, and at the end of the day, we weren't doing the process all that much more efficiently or accurately than what I'm doing here. Having enough tools and a brain is better than having a $35,000 software package and $100,000 coordinate measuring arm. It's not what you have. You'll get more done with just something pedestrian like a Fidel and a good setup. There were shops that were in nothing but Maury's and they wouldn't even buy a CAD system. It's clown world. So we're starting to get there. I got all these little, just plastic test pieces cut out per the files I came up with. And, that's enough to, get the hard, nasty, dirty work done. So, hopefully in, a couple of weeks, there'll be something, fancy and buildy and accurate to, start getting these motors back together in configurations that are a good bit lighter and a good bit more flexible for the boat designs I'm envisioning. So, I'll see you.